Hi, my name is Mindy Vance and I am a Method Ambassador. My mom had me riding before I could walk. My mom and dad were both avid trail riders. So I kind of started trail riding and then I got into taking lessons in about 3rd or 4th grade. And during that time I got in the lessons, I was introduced into gymkhana. My sister was also doing that. She ran for a queening contest. If you knew me back then, I was a super, super shy person, like hugging mom and dad's pant legs. And I was like, well, I want to be like my sister. And so I also ran for the same queen contest, and that introduced me into rodeo. And in queening, we do reining patterns and we carry flags for rodeos and different events. We also represent the PRCA rodeo, or lack of a better term, ambassadors for the rodeo. From there, I got introduced to trick riding with the Riata Ranch Cowboy Girls and started trick riding with them when I was like 18 or 19. I've always wanted to take a horse from a baby all the way up. I've only ever ridden horses, or at the time, from Greenbroke and up. And so in 2016, I bought a 7-month-old colt, and I was just looking for something. Wasn't set on Downunder Horsemanship. I was kind of going through all of my options. And a friend of mine back in California was selling his fundamentals kit. And I was like, perfect, I just need somewhere. I need to start somewhere. So I bought his fundamentals kit and trained that horse through the fundamentals, and it was the best experience. He's the best, most well-minded horse. He takes to anything, he does anything I ask him to do. He takes care of my kids. I get a lot of compliments on his training, and to be honest, I was happy I found it because that made it easy, step by step and easy. So bingo was fantastic. I was the kid that was a jack of all trades, a master of none. I was the kid, I see that, I want to go try that. So that's like trick riding. I see that, I want to go try that. And I didn't have a horse to go with every single thing I wanted to do. So he was instrumental in my life because he had the best mind, and he was a horse that could just take anything I threw at him and learn and teach me as well. So I'm passionate about teaching the method because me as a mom, I want my horses to all be safe for my kids. And I'm passionate about teaching it because it's a step-by-step, easy process for other people to also make safe horses and feel confident with their horses. I feel like I've run into a lot of people that, have a question, or maybe a horse is a little over their head, or they're just not super confident I do a lot of trail riding back home in my mom life. And I've run into people that they're just, horse is a little hot or a little spooky or a little this. It just builds confidence. It makes them safe. It gives them a solid foundation to where when something spooky is, like we teach a lot of approach and retreat, which means that they learn how to accept an object that might scare them or otherwise not be normal in their life. And so you can take that into a trail setting, or really any setting, to where a horse knows it's okay. If my owner and I trust each other, it's okay to trust this object. I enrolled in the academy, so the second horse that I started training, I was running into issues. On my groundwork, he's a little bit more of a pushy horse, and I found out that Clinton Anderson had opened up Downunder Horsemanship for outside horses again. And so because I had been contemplating and struggling with this gilding for about a year, I asked my husband and we kind of talked it over. I got a hold of Shayla, and we were going to send him to training with Shayla. Whenever I was having the interview conversation with Shayla, we were kind of going over everything, and I was just telling her, I'm really struggling with the decision to send him to you because I am a horse person that likes to train and fix the issues myself. I want to know how to do it. He's not going to be the last horse I ever own, and I like to help people as I go. So in talking to Shayla, I was letting her know that there was a Wade Wickman clinic coming up, and Wade's like 3 hours from me. And she's like, well, here, let's do this. Go to Wade's clinic, and then after his clinic, we'll have a conversation and see if you and Wade can get it done with this horse, or if you want to continue to send him to training. And while I was at Wade's clinic, Wade's like, you just need to go to the academy. Like, I've seen where you've taken this horse. You should go to the academy. You're a perfect applicant for it. And took a lot of convincing from my husband to actually do it. And I'm happy I'm here. So because of that horse and the issues I was having and wanting to learn more and learn how to work with him and work through the problems that I probably created, because I've always been taught it's 99% rider error, 1% horse error. That's what brought me to the academy. I would say the academy was honestly a huge confidence builder. So back home in Idaho where I'm at, I didn't have anybody around me that was working the method. And so it's strictly been me just watching the videos and trying to figure it out by trial and error. So the academy gave me a confidence boost, but I always kind of figured I was a little bit of a nagging mom. And talking to Jeff and Shayla, they really pointed it out so that I could start correcting and learning when it's okay to be a little bit more firm and when it's okay to back off. It's probably my biggest accomplishment, and I've talked to Jeff a lot about that. Like, am I a nagging mom today? And he'll be like, no, today's a good day. One of the most important lessons I've learned during my time here is every horse learns differently and only ask for 1%. It's really, really easy, and I think it's human nature for us to just want more, just a little bit more. Oh, I'll just stop him one more time and see if it's just that much better. I'll just do this a little bit more. I can get a little more, but in the big picture, because horses all learn differently and they all have a different attention span, if you can find 1% that improved from yesterday or the last time you rode them, that's a win. His instruction is fantastic. He's very, very good. I don't know. For me, he just really pushed me. I am a words of affirmation person. And the hardest part would be he doesn't give you a lot of words of affirmation, but if you specifically ask him, he'll tell you like, you're doing this or you're doing that. And whenever he did break things down to explain it and why it should be that way, was very spot on. And it really sat with me because I like to understand the why behind what I'm doing. I am super proud to be an ambassador because Downunder Horsemanship as a whole, and the more I've gotten to know everybody in it, they're top notch. Like, they really hold themselves to a higher standard. Nobody gets to slack or just slim by here. Like, they really push you to be better, constantly be better, and always be pushing yourself. And I'm proud to share that with people and share what it's done in my life and help them to see what it can do in theirs. Getting back home, I'm most looking forward to show people that horsemanship can be safe and to teach them how to be safe with their horses and have a very confident relationship moving forward. I advocate a lot for mamas and kids because that's where I am in life. So if I can help somebody, teach their horse to be a perfect kid's horse, it just boosts confidence. I love being able to, go on a trail ride and be like, yep, anybody can ride that horse. If more people were paired with the right horse to begin with, there would be a lot more people in the horse industry. Whenever you're really new into horses and don't know what to expect, one scare can ruin it for you. Like, they are big, 1,100 pound animals, and we're, 150 to 200 pounds, give or take. That can be very scary, and they're powerful.